Good morning students. Today we'll continue chapter 1, which is rational and irrational number. In previous class I have discussed about rational number and some operation of rational number and some properties of rational number. In today's class we will discuss irrational number. So do you know what is the value of root 2? The value of root 2 is 1.414213562 and so on. Here the digits after the decimal number never ends, so that's why it is called a non-terminating decimal. Okay, and you cannot find any pattern of the given digits after the decimal points, so this is also a non-recurring decimal. So every non-terminating decimal and non-recurring decimal is a rational number. Clear? Now square root of 3. The value of square root of 3 is 1.732050807 and so on. Here here the digits never ends, that's why it is also a non-terminating decimal, and the pattern we cannot find any pattern in this number, so that's why it is also a non-recurring decimal. So root 3 is also a irrational number. Like that, root 5, root 6, root 7 are also irrational number. Here I am skipping root 4. Root 4 is not a irrational number because the square root of every non-perfect square is irrational number. But here 4 is a perfect square of 2. We already know 2 square is 4. That's why root 4 is not a irrational number. Like that, cube roots of non-perfect cubes are irrational number. For example, cube root of 3, cube root of 4, cube root of 5, all are the example of irrational number. But what about the numbers cube root of 8? This is a irrational number or not? Cube root of 8 is not a irrational number because 8 is a perfect cube of 2, which is 2 cube. 2 cube is 8. So cube root of 8 is not a irrational number. Clear? Now we'll discuss how to represent irrational number on the real line. So first we will represent root 2 in the real line, on the real line. Okay, so for that we have to draw a line which is s and x bar and mark a point O, which is also represent as 0. Now mark a point A on the line x bar, which is OA is 1 unit. Okay, OA is 1 unit, and then draw AB perpendicular to OA. Draw AB perpendicular to OA, and here AB is also same as OA, that means 1 unit. Okay, so then join OB. Now we get a right angle triangle which is OA and B. We get a right angle triangle which is OAB, and here OA and AB both are same, which is 1 unit. Okay, now according to the Pythagoras theorem, we already know h square equal to p square plus b square. Okay, now h equal to root over of p square plus b square. Now put the value of h, p and b of the right angle triangle OAB, then we will get OB, which is hypotenuse, OB equal to OA square plus OB square. both OA and AB are 1 units, so 1 square plus 1 square root over of 1 square plus 1 square become root 2. So here OB is root 2. Okay, now with O as center and OB as radius, draw an arc meeting at a point P at the line x and x bar. Here P indicates root 2. Okay, so this is how we represent root 2 on the real line. Next we have to represent root 3 on the real line. Okay, so here for that you have to draw BC. We have to draw BC perpendicular to OB. Okay, here OB is what? Root 2 and BC equal to 1 unit. BC equal to 1 unit. Again we find a right angle triangle which is OBC. Here OB is root 2 and BC is 1 unit. Okay, now according to the Pythagoras theorem we can write OC, that is hypotenuse, OC equal to root over of OB square plus BC square. OB square is what? OB square is root 2 na? So put the value of OB which is root 2, square of root 2 plus 1 square. Square of root 2 is 2, then 1 square is 1, so 2 plus 1 become root 3 here. Okay, so OC is root 3. Now O, now with O is center and OC is radius, draw an arc meeting OX at point Q, meeting OX line at point Q. Here Q here Q equal to root 3. Q equal to root 3. Okay, now we have theorem 1. Prove that root 2 is an irrational number. For that we have to take first, let root 2 be a rational number. Okay, here root 2 is a rational number. We can express root 2 in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and having no common factors other than 1, and Q not equal to 0. So root 2 equal to P by Q. Okay, here root 2 equal to P by Q. If you squaring both sides, then you will get 2 equal to P square by Q square. Okay, then you will get P square equal to 2 Q square. Okay, so so this is equation 1. P square equal to 2 Q square. H P square is equal to 2 multiplied by Q square. So it gives always a even number, because any number, if suppose Q square is a number, okay, then if you multiplied the Q square by number 2, then you will get even number. Any number multiplied by 2 gives us even number. So P square is even number. H P square is even number. P is also even, because square of even, only squares of even numbers are even. So now we can write let P equal to 2m. P equal to 2m, where m is integers. Okay, as P is even, we can express P as 2m. Now if you squaring both sides, then you will get P square equal to 4m square. Now put the value of Q square in equation 1, then you will get 2q square equal to 4m square. Now if you eliminate 2 from both sides, then you will get q square equal to 2m square. Here q square is also even because 2 multiplied by m square here. Okay, any number multiplied by 2 gives us even number. That's why q square is even and q is also even. Here we have got q is even, and here we have already got p is also even. So both numerator and denominator are even. Both numerator and denominator are even. So as both are even number, here we got 2 as a common factor of v and q. Okay, but the hypothesis we took where p and q are integers having no common factors other than r, but we got 2 as a common factor of v and q. That's why root 2 is not a rational and hence it is a irrational number. Clear? Now we have theorem 2. Prove that root 2 is a irrational number. For that we have to take that root 3 be rational number. As root 3 is a rational number, we can express root 3 as in the form of p by q. Here p and q are integers having no common factor other than 1 and q not equal to 0. Okay, now if you squaring both sides, that is root 3 equal to p by q. If you squaring both sides, then you will get 3 equal to p square by q square. Okay, then p square will be 3q square. That is equation 1. P square equal to 3q square. As p square is p square equal to 3 into q square. Okay, so p square is a multiple of 3. Any number multiplied by 3 gives us a multiple of 3. That's why p square is a multiple of 3 and p is also a multiple of 3. Now we can write p equal to 3m. Here m is integer and p is also a multiple of 3. That's why you can write p equal to 3m. Now if you squaring both sides, then we will get p square equal to 9m square. Okay. Now if we put the value of p square equal to 3 square of the equation 1, then we will get 3 square equal to 9m square. Now eliminate 3 from the both sides, then we will get q square equal to 3m square. Here q square is also a multiple of 3 and q is also a multiple of 3. Here p is a multiple of 3 and q is also a multiple of 3. So the common factor of both the denominator and numerator is 3. But the hypothesis we have took, p and q are integers having no common factor other than 1. That's why root 3 is not a rational number and hence it is a irrational number. Now I will do some example. First we have example 1. Prove that root 2 plus root 3 is a irrational number. For that we have to take root 2 plus root 3 be rational number. Then as root 2 plus root 3 is rational number, the square of the rational number always gives us a rational number. Okay, so now we have root 2 plus root 3. Root 2 plus root 3, the square of root 2 plus root 3. If you take root 2 as a and root 3 as b, then we have a square a plus b square, which is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Now we write square of root 2 plus square of root 3 plus 2 into root 2 into root 3, which is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Then we'll get 5 plus 2 root 6 is a rational. But here 5 is a rational number. This is correct. But 2 root 6 is not a rational number, which is a irrational number. But the but we assume that what, root 2 plus root 3 be rational number. Then but we got here a irrational number. So root 2 plus root 3 is a irrational number. Now next we have example 3. Examine whether the following numbers are rational or irrational number. Here you have to find out the value here. We have to take 3 as a and root 2 as b. Then we have to find out the value of whole square of 3 plus root 2. And then we'll get 11 plus 6 root 2. Here 11 is a rational number, but 6 root 2 is not a rational number. That's why the combination of rational and irrational number is called a irrational number. Clear? Now we'll study how to find out irrational number between two rational number. For that, if a and b two distinct positive rational number such that a and b such that a multiplied b is not a perfect square. If ab is not a perfect square, then root over of ab is an irrational number which is lying between the number a and b. Let us understand with an example. Example 4. Find two rational number between 2 and 2.5. 2 and 2.5 both are distinct positive rational number. Okay. Now let a equal to 2 and b equal to 2.5. Then root over of ab is 2 multiplied by 2.5, which gives 5 root 5 here, which is a irrational number. We already know root 5 is a irrational number. Now root 5 is a rational number that is lies between the number 2 and 2.5. Clear? Here we got one irrational number between the two rational number 2 and 2.5. But the question is asked about two rational number. That's why you have to find out another irrational number. For that we have to take 2 as a and root 5 as b. Now root over of 2 into root 5 gives us 2 to the power of 1 by 2 into 5 to the power of 1 by 4. Okay, so these are the two irrational numbers, root 5 and 2 to the power 1 by 2 into 5 to the power 1 by 4. These are the two irrational number between the number 2 and 2.5. Remember students, we can write root 2 as 2 to the power 1 by 2. Both are same. We can write root 2 as the 2 to the power 1 by 2. Now we have example 5. Write three irrational number between 2 root 3 and 3 root 5. For that, first we'll take 2 root 3 and instead of 2 root 3 we can write root over of 2 root 3 square. Both are same because here square and root over both will be cancelled. So here we have 2 root 3 square. Square of 2 is 4 and square of root 3 is 3. Then 4 into 3 will give us root 12. Okay. Then we have the number 3 root 5. 3 root 5 you can do first 3 root 5 can be written as root over of 3 root 5 square. Okay. So now square of 3 is 9 and square of root 5 is 5. 9 into 5 is 45. Here we have the number root 12 and root 45. Okay. Now you can easily find three irrational number between root 12 and root 5. Now moving to exercise 1C. Question number 1. Classify the rational and irrational number from the following. You have to find out which one is irrational number and which one is rational number. Question number 2 is also same as question number 1. Question number 3. Represent each of the following on the real line. We have already do first with root 3. Then question number 4. Write down the values of 2 root 3 square for, wait a minute, here we have 2 root 3 square, 2 root 3 square. Now you can write 2 square into square of root 3. Okay, now 2 square gives us 4 and square of root 3 gives us 3. Now 4 into 3 equal to 2. That is the value of 2 root 3 square. This is how we have to find out the rest of the followings. Okay. Now question number 5. State, giving region, whether the given number is a rational or irrational number. First we have to check. First we have to find out whether the number is irrational number or rational number. It's 3 plus root 5. 3 is a rational number, but root 5 is not a rational number, which is irrational number, and the combination of rational number and irrational number is always a irrational number. So that is the reason. First you have to write down this number is irrational or rational, then you have to write the reason also. Okay. Now moving to question 6. Question number 6. We have, so that each of the following is irrational number. This is like your example 1. Prove that root 2 plus root 3 is a irrational number. Okay. Now question number 7. Prove that root 5 is a rational number. This is also we have drawn like theorem 1 and theorem 2. Prove that root 3 is a rational number and root 2 is a rational number. Question number 9. Prove that root 3 plus root 7 is a rational number. This is also same as example 1. Question number 10 is also same as question number 9. And then we have question number 11. Write down 2 irrational numbers between root 14 and root 19. Here in the hand section we have the answer actually. Here hand section we have root 14 less than root 15, less than root 17, then less than root 19. Here two numbers we have root 15 and root 7, which are lies between the two irrational number root 14 and root 19. Okay. Then we have question number 12 is also same as question number 11. Then in question number 13 we have to find out which one is true and which one is false. Then question number 14, what are rational number? Give 10 example. In that question we have to write the definition of rational number, then give 10 example. In question number 15 is also what are the irrational number. We have to first write down the definition of irrational number, then give 2 example. Okay. So the homework, the today's homework is exercise 1C. Okay. So thank you students. Have a great day.